Well, it's so great to have with us in the studio this morning my good friend, everyone's good friend, Thom Benson with the Tennessee Aquarium. No animals today, but thanks for coming on, Thom.
Yeah, it's great to be here. Thank you.
Congrats on the best aquarium in the country award you've received.
Yeah, that was Newsweek's Reader's Choice poll, and
Wow.
it's really a reflection of our staff. You know, we have folks that make the experience special every day. We have staff that are experts in animal care, and we have our conservation team that does great work in the region, and we tell those stories within the aquarium to enhance the experience and let folks know about the amazing biodiversity that we have here in the Southeast and how we can all work together to protect that.
I love that. Well, beyond animals, we have a very well-known IMAX Theater.
Yes.
And there's some really cool shows, performances. I think it's like a performance because it's immersive with the sound and the sight.
Yeah.
What do we have coming up?
So this one, as you know, near and dear to your heart, your father was a Navy pilot.
Yes,
is that right?
thank you.
So The Blue Angels is a new documentary, a 90-minute film. This is a thrill ride, a virtual chance to get in the cockpit with the Blue Angels and actually soar above the ground. 400 miles an hour at 18 inches apart. So the IMAX team did a great job of telling the story of how these amazing aviators become Navy pilots and become Blue Angels. And then you get to follow some of their stories, including Lieutenant Commander Amanda Lee, the first female Blue Angel. And so you have kind of a really neat storyline there. The IMAX team got special permission from the Blue Angels to fly what they call inside the box. And that's that restricted airspace that normally during an air show, no civilian aircraft can be within that space. But IMAX got special permission to create this documentary, a helicopter with a big IMAX camera that could shoot at 1,000 frames per second. So you have super slow-mo action of these pilots doing these amazing maneuvers. Cameras inside the cockpits and on the wings, so you really feel like you're with them soaring again at 400 miles an hour. When you think about that, the qualifying driver for the Indy 500 for pole position this year, 234 miles an hour, and the pilots are doing this at 400 miles an hour above the air, 18 inches apart. It's
I don't
amazing.
know how they do it. It seems incredible. So, it's almost uncomfortable to me because it seems so dangerous. But speaking of blue, blue whales.
Yeah, so Blue Whales is a new documentary that we brought in March, but we're very happy that next Thursday, June 6th at 6 p.m., Dr. Diane Gendron, one of the whale researchers who is prominently featured in this film, will be here to have a special screening of the film and then give a presentation about her work and answer questions from the audience. She's been studying whales for more than 30 years. She's identified more than 700 individual blue whales. And Andy, because she's been doing this so long, she actually has blue whales that she studied 25 years ago that have come back and given birth to their own blue whales. And so you see the incredible technology, you feel the vibrations because these blue whales have a very deep vocalization. It's much different than humpback whale songs that we're so familiar with. It's sort of a drumming sound.
Wow.
And these are the largest animals that have ever lived on Earth. And as a kid, I always wanted to see a blue whale. I haven't yet done that in the wild, but this is the next best thing because through that 3D experience, you feel like you're in the water with these amazing animals. I was going to say, I bet with that immersive sound technology you have, the sound and that vibrating, you said you can probably even feel. Yeah, so she'll be here again next Thursday, June 6th at 6 p.m. Okay, let's talk about the next one. I loved learning about this from you before the show. So this is the 80th anniversary of D-Day on June 6th, and so June 6th through the weekend, we're going to have special screenings of D-Day 3D. This is a really compelling documentary about Operation Overlord and all of the ingredients that had to come together for that massive invasion that turned the tide of history. And certainly we all have seen probably Saving Private Ryan, and we sort of, we sort of have a visceral understanding of how incredible that sacrifice was for all of those soldiers to assault those beaches in Normandy. But this really tells this tale of the weather had to be just right, all of the coordination and just the heroism and sacrifice. And we're losing touch with our greatest generation. That age group, a lot of those are around 100 years old, and so we're sort of losing our connection over time. So I think it's really important for families to come see this film and appreciate the sacrifices that went to really saving the world.
I agree, Tom, and it's probably a little more PG rated than Saving Private Ryan.
Oh,
could
definitely,
be.
yeah. So there's animations that show the troop movements and everything, and it's narrated again by Tom Brokaw, who wrote the Greatest Generation book and longtime anchor of NBC Nightly News.
And a great voice. Thank you for coming on, Tom. So tell us where we can get tickets. We can learn more about the schedule of these shows.
So tickets will be available at the box office for all 3 of these films, and including the special appearance by Dr. Diane Gendra next Thursday at 6.
And what's the website?
tnaqua.org.
tnaqua.org. Thank you again for coming on, Thom Benson with the Tennessee Aquarium. Congrats again. So the Blue Angels, Blue Whales, and D-Day Normandy 1944, a 3D trailer coming up at the IMAX Theater in Chattanooga. tnaqua.org. Thank you again.
Thank you.